All right, well, now what are we making?
We're going to show them how to make oatmeal cookies.
Oh, this sounds good.
These are not raw cookies. These are done in the oven. They're baked, but these are a very nice cookie, very nice, healthy cookie done with oats. So I'll have you mix together the dry ingredients.
All the dry stuff in this bowl?
Yes, and you can tell the folks what you're putting in there.
Well, this is oatmeal, and you can tell that I've never done this before because I said you want it done in this bowl. Usually Jeanie makes them and I just eat them.
There we have kamut flour. I use kamut flour. The recipe originally called for all whole wheat flour, but I find if we mix the flours, kamut is a better grain than just the wheat on its own. So we do have some wheat coming in here. This is 1 cup of wheat flour, but most of it is the kamut flour.
Mixed grains are actually better in your system.
They're better for you.
Yeah.
So he'll go ahead and mix that together. I'm going to mix the liquid ingredients here. So we have a cup of hot water. Again, we're going to put the quantities up on the screen for you so you'll be able to see what we're putting in for amounts. Then we have honey.
How am I doing?
It's looking good so far.
Okay. Don't lose my job.
Okay, so we'll get the honey in here.
I think we're finished here.
Mix together well.
Yep.
We have grapeseed oil. Maybe you
why
can
the grapeseed oil?
I was just going to say maybe you'd like to explain why we would be using grapeseed oil.
Well, grapeseed oil can withstand higher temperatures before actually breaking down, like your more concentrated oils like olive oil and things like that. They're not good to heat, but coconut or grapeseed oil do pretty good.
So you'd never use
I
olive
would
oil?
never use olive oil for cooking.
Or
I'd never use flaxseed oil or sacha inchi oil or pumpkin seed oil or borage oil. None of those oils are meant to be heated. You actually denature the oil with the heat. But grapeseed oil and coconut oil withstand higher temperatures before becoming denatured. So that's kind of good to know.
So we're going to put some vanilla in, and we're going to put some sea salt in. I mix the sea salt into the wet ingredients because I find it mixes together. I think we'll just use a spoon here. It dissolves into the liquid a little bit better than it mixes through the dry ingredients. So we'll mix this up. So you mentioned sacha inchi oil.
Yes, sacha inchi oil.
That would be a nice oil to explain to the folks what that is.
Well, sacha inchi oil comes from South America, from the sacha inchi plant. And it actually is the highest omega-3 oil that you can get. And we're talking 54% omega-3. And most of well, over half the weight of your brain is made up of essential fatty acids. And the omega-3s are what are necessary for that. And so if you're not getting enough omega-3s, like from sacha inchi oil, from the nice cold-pressed organic olive oil, then your brain is not going to operate properly. Yeah, and flax oil, all the oils that contain omega-3. Very, very important to have them raw. Then your body can use them. If they're denatured, then your body can't use them, and your liver becomes actually toxic.
So what kind of flavor does sacha inchi have?
Sacha inchi oil tastes very much like it's got a sweet, nutty type flavor. And I like it on bread. I'll put it on bread sometimes. And when I put it on bread, I'll have avocado on top of that, a little bit of sea salt. And it really provides good essential fats for your system and a good healthy diet, really. Yep.
Okay, so let's mix this all together. I guess I'll let you take your spoon out of there.
Okay. Here it comes.
So we'll just put the liquid in with
The
dry ingredients. We're going to mix this together. And then we'll just put this on some baking sheets into the oven.
Okay.
We'll set that there.
Yep.
These don't need a lot of stirring. You're basically just wanting to mix the ingredients through.
It sure smells good.
They do. They have a nice smell to them. And I especially like that kamut, the taste of kamut in there. It's a very nice tasting cookie.
Even if you're making pastas and things, you want to get pastas that are good whole grains like kamut and spelt and quinoa, pastas that are like that. Most people get this just wheat pasta. Not a great idea. Get a nice variety. That's the key.
I guess we'll need the baking sheet back here.
Okay. One coming up.
So these will be going into the oven. We've heated our oven to 350 degrees, and we're going to put these in for approximately 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes.
Yeah, so if you hear a beep on this particular segment of the program,
You'll know.
it's not the refrigerator backing up, it's the stove telling us it's ready.
I'm going to get a little bit smaller spoon to work with these cookies here. Now I'm just putting this onto a non-stick baking sheet. Usually what I like to do is just put a little parchment paper on there, and then you don't have any cleanup to do. It comes out of the oven and off the parchment paper, and your sheet is still clean, but these are non-stick, so that should work in the same way.
You know, these oats are really something else. When you buy the organic oats, I thought, what's the difference between organic, like we're talking agriculturally organic, or just your regular commercial oats? We have a friend of ours who's an organic farmer in Saskatchewan, and he had a man phone him up one day. And this man, he grows all organic oats, fields full of them. And so he had this man phone him up and said he wanted 3 train car loads of organic oats. So the farmer asked him, what in the world do you want 3 train loads of organic oats? That means those huge cars. And he said, well, I want them for my horses. And he said, you want them for your horses? Why don't you just feed them just regular oats? And the man said, if I feed my race horses regular oats, they don't have enough energy to make it around the track. But when I feed them organic oats, they have energy to spare. And what he found out was organically grown foods that are properly grown in organic conditions have about 300% more nutrition than your average commercially grown foods. So is there a difference? There's a huge difference. And it also means there's a greater taste to these particular cookies when you use organic oats.
Well, and we've noticed a difference in taste.
Oh,
when
yeah.
we use organic as compared to the regular, we've noticed a real difference in taste. And
Well, the sweeter that a fruit or vegetable tastes, for instance, that means the higher the mineral content. If it has hardly any sweetness to it, there's a very low mineral content in it.
okay, well, we have a tray of cookies here that's ready to go in the oven.
Oh boy.
So we'll go ahead and finish these up and come right back and show you what the finished product looks like.